Miss Harris, begin on the evening of the trip. At around 5, from 5 to 7, you had a break for dinner, correct?
Yes, we did eat for dinner.
And you ate at the Metro Cafe?
Yes, we did eat at the Metro Cafe.
And did Pat or you bring back any food?
Yes, we did bring back food. That's where we felt good.
May I refer you back to your deposition? You said you recognize this deposition?
Yes, I did.
This is sworn to your sword statement, correct?
Yes, I did tell the truth and I did tell the truth.
And would you mind reading alongside me while I read aloud? Question. What did you bring back from dinner? At your answer, nothing. The food wasn't that good. The sodas were in cups, not in cans.
I'm mistaken.
So, did Pat bring back any food from home?
No, because we were told that we weren't supposed to bring anything on the bus.
So then at 10:30, Miss Fisher brought you, at 10:30 at night, Miss Fisher brought you up all the upstairs for a delegation meeting, correct?
Yes, she did bring us back upstairs out of the lounge back upstairs.
So previously you were just hanging out in the lounge, correct?
Yes, we were after the workshops.
And so at this meeting you said all students were expected to stay in the room for the entire night, correct?
Yes, he did tell us that.
And that you were expressly prohibited from attending any parties at Metropolitan University, correct?
Yes, but nobody had any interest in going to parties.
Did Miss Fisher say that she heard rumors about parties, correct?
Yes, but nobody was interested in going to parties that I know of.
Moving on. So at 11:25, Pat started to feel sick again, correct?
Yes, she did.
She had these symptoms before, correct?
Yeah, she usually has this well.
In past episodes, food usually helped, correct?
Yes, but it doesn't necessarily mean that food will always help.
But so, to your knowledge, you didn't have any food, correct?
No, we did not have any food like
Did you check the refrigerator?
Yes, but they had stocked the refrigerators because they didn't want us to have a meal with her.
Again, I refer you back to your affidavit.
Yes.
Do you mind reading along while I read aloud?
Go ahead.
Line 80. Question. What was in the refrigerator? Answer. I do not know. I never checked. I do not know whether Pat did or not. So then afterwards, did you see Pat take any pills during this time?
Not that I know of.
All right. And then after this, Pat went to see Miss Fisher, correct?
Yes, she did.
Did you go with her?
No, I didn't.
So you couldn't see if she actually knocked on Miss Fisher's door, correct?
No, but why would she just lie about going to the door?
After she came back, you suggested going to the gift shop, correct?
Can I repeat that?
After she came back, you suggested going to the gift shop, correct?
I'm not sure. Did I say that?
Yes. Right. And it was closed, correct?
I guess so.
And so you two decided to leave, correct?
Correct.
In that time, you never checked the front desk?
No.
Any snack machines?
Well, those snack machines seemed hidden, so we weren't sure there was really a snack machine.
Do you check with any of the security guards?
No.
Other chaperones?
We weren't really trying to go to strangers and ask them for food.
Did you call for help?
Help from the food.
Did you call Miss Reynolds? Pat's mother.
Well, she's all the way at her house. She wouldn't come all the way back down just to give us some food. And she had already given Pat money to get food. So she would just basically tell Pat use the money to get food.
Did you call the front desk?
I can't remember.
Your Honor, permission to approach the exhibit on J2, or J3, the map.
Okay.
Miss Harris, do you recognize this map?
Yes.
It's a map of the Metropolitan Hotel, correct?
Correct.
And it has Grand Metropolitan in the bottom right corner and Metropolitan University in the top left. And do you recognize this route?
Yes.
You drew this route, correct?
Yes.
Do you swear to its accuracy?
Yes, I did.
Your Honor, I move that this be submitted to evidence.
Okay. Any objections? No objection.
So, Miss Harris, this is the route you took.
Yes.
And star is where Pat fell, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And so, at the corner of Green there, correct?
Correct.
So Pat fell off a low wall at this location, correct?
Correct.
And
That, I had only seen her fall, I'm not sure what was the reason for her fall.
so you saw her, so she climbed onto his wall herself, correct?
Yes, she did.
She climbed on his wall to take a picture of herself.
Honestly, I'm not sure. She was completely disheveled. She was not in her right mind. She has busy spells, and basically she's just not in her right mind. So who am I to stop her? I don't know. She's a danger to herself, and I don't want her to do anything rash.
So, again, I refer back to your statement. You said, here, this line 42, describe how Pat came to fall off the wall. Before we turned around, Pat saw a really cool looking billboard. Said something about his or her favorite sports team. She took out her camera to take a picture of herself and the billboard, a selfie. She jumped up onto the small wall. As she jumped, her foot slipped. I heard her head hit the corner of the wall. I heard that correctly?
Yes, like I said, I heard it.
So she was on the wall to take a selfie, correct?
Yes.
So she didn't have to be on the wall, correct?
Yes, no who am I to take her down? She was not in her right mind.
So then Pat fell, correct?
Yes, she did.
And then you called Miss Reynolds, correct?
Yes, I did.
And
At
for
your
help.
time. At your time.
And help immediately, correct?
Yes, I was completely scared, and that's the first person I thought of.
Then you were brought back to the hotel, correct?
Correct.
And then moving on. Nearby there's a university, correct?
Yes.
You have a cousin at that university, correct?
Yes, I do.
Who's part of fraternity, correct?
Yes, he is.
And this fraternity throws parties, correct?
Yes, but I have no intention.
Your Honor, objection, I don't see how this is relevant.
I'm laying the foundation for line of questioning. I'll bring it in Academy.
I don't see how Avery's cousin's status at a fraternity has any implication on the negligence of the school district.
I'm going to sustain the objection and maybe you can get a different one.
All right. So,
So,
Ms. Fisher, again, has mentioned rumors of a party, correct?
Yes, that she had heard of.
And your cousin's fraternity throws parties, correct?
Yes.
And at the nearby university, correct?
Yes.
And you visited your cousin in the past, correct?
Yes, because I'm interested in metropolitan university.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
I'd like to perform a redirect.
Okay.
So, Ms. Harris, opposing counsel tried to pick out why you left the hotel. Why did you follow Pat out of the hotel?
Well, she, like I said, again, was not in her right mind. She basically could have been a danger to herself. No, she was a danger to herself because she had these spells and she was not thinking correctly, and I'm sorry to be grim about it, but she could have killed herself. Unfortunately, she's in a coma because she fell off a wall and something worse could have happened had I not been there.
And she was not in her right mind due to her medical condition, correct?
Correct.
And was there anything that could have stopped the progression of this medical illness?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, the counsel's question calls for speculation on the part of the witness.
which question?
Was there anything that could have prevented this?
Your Honor, if I may. Avery Harris has seen Pat Reynolds at the nurse treating the illness.
However, speculation is only called for on behalf of an expert witness, and Ms. Harris is a lay person. If the counsel would like to ask a question on your expert, Mr. Thompson, or our expert, Dr. Manning, then that's permissible, but not on a lay person.
Your Honor, I believe that's an unreasonable request, as neither of our experts are medical experts.
All right, that might be true, but it is speculation, so this is the
Ms. Harris, have you seen Pat go to the nurse?
Yes, I've actually taken her there.
Had you known Pat long enough to observe her medical condition?
Yes.
And opposing counsel asked about the route that you took. Why was that route headed towards Metropolitan U?
Because I was familiar with Metropolitan U because, like I've said, we visited with my cousin, Risky, and that's the only route that I'm familiar with, so I didn't want to, like, take a chance and be lost somewhere else.
Thank you.
We've lost Your Honor.
Okay.
Pat said, when you left, Pat said she knew there was a restaurant nearby, correct?
Did she?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
And may I refer you back to the map?
Sure.
There's a restaurant here, correct? Hot Dog Heaven,
Yes.
1 block away,
Sure.
and Tony's Pizza, 1 block away. Does your route not bypass all of these restaurants?
Yes, but they're close.
Would you mind reading that heading here? With restaurants open at the time of the injury.
Well, she was on her right mind.
So the route you were taking was a very direct route to the university, correct?
That's the route I'm taking.
Your Honor, objection. My witness has testified that Pat had no idea where she was going. She was disoriented due to a medical condition and per that had no specific route in mind.
Or I'm asking the question, what route did she testify to in her deposition?
Okay, so, in your deposition, you testified that you took the route on the map, correct? Okay. And your objection is that, it was Pat.
Avery was not the leader
Not
in the
right
route.
one. So is there anything in the witness statement to substantiate that Pat was the leader as far as the route they took?
Avery was very reluctant to leave the hotel.
Okay.
That doesn't.
Would you like me to find a line? in
Yeah,
which
if you have a
this-
line, you might convince me.
It might take a second.
Take your time.
Line 329, can I have my witness read the line actually?
Sure.
That-
Well,
Your
that
Honor,
a little bit out of
Sort of,
protocol.
yeah.
I don't know.
You go ahead, you go ahead and read it, okay?
Sorry.
An abnormal situation.
It's typical for the council to review it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you go ahead.
So line 329.
What page are we on?
We are on page 53.
53, line 329.
I told Pat that we should go back to the hotel to order room service, no matter the cost.
Uh,
My witness did not want to be wandering the streets of Metropolitan. However, she also did not want to leave a sick, disoriented friend of hers alone.
um,
I'm gonna overrule the objection.
Thank you.
That's fine.
So you were moving straight towards Metropolitan University, correct?
Coincidentally.
And again, you had a cousin at Metropolitan University,
Yes, it just so happened that I had that as a cousin.
and there was rumors, according to Ms. Fisher, of parties at Metropolitan University, correct?
There would be a party every day, and
That's your time.
It was happening back there or not.
And your cousin's frat threw parties, correct?
Sure.
No further questions, Your Honor.